I can't seem to get myself to finish this manga today. Well, it's time to take a break. Here we go. What's this? Oh! We're doing that video today! Let's go! Hi everyone, this is Mayube and welcome to my channel. 2 years ago, I created a video where I put together manga and video games that would pair well based on their similarities. That video was fun to make, so I decided why not try this again, but this time with movies. Yup, movies. So to preface this, I'm not going to show any footage of the films because of copyright reasons. Instead, I will recommend where you can watch these movies in this video. Alright, what are we waiting for? So let's kick back, relax, grab some snacks and some water, and let's get cozy. Here you go. Okay, side note, I organized this video based on genre for both featured manga and film, so I will leave timestamps in the description box if you want to jump around. Okay, let's do it. Even though this is my least favorite genre, I built up a horror immunity thanks to my mother. So when I was younger, my mother used to make me watch horror movies with her.
Concrete.
So first is the manga series Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi. So Happiness is a vampire story. The story follows a boy named Makoto Okazaki who doesn't really have the best school life. He gets bullied and he's pretty much the errand boy for his classmates. So one night when he was on his way to return a DVD, he got attacked by a female vampire. So after the attack, he struggles to adjust to his new vampire transformation. Right, so the movie I'll pair Happiness with is the 2010 film Let Me In. Let Me In is a remake of the Swedish movie Let the Right One In, and it's also a vampire story. Owen, a 12-year-old boy who doesn't have the best school life either. His parents are getting divorced and he gets bullied hard by his peers. One night, Owen meets this mysterious and barefooted girl named Abby. She recently moves into Owen's neighborhood, and what Owen doesn't know that Abby has a secret, and we could probably guess what that secret would be. So what do the two have in common? So Makoto and Owen's lives got better after interacting with a vampire. The boys are getting bullied. Then both have their own unique take on vampire stories. Both stories can be pretty graphic, especially the brief nudity, violence, and blood. Let Me In definitely has its flaws here and there, but still a fun movie to watch. Let Me In is available to watch on HBO Max or later in May, Max. Alright, so My Hero Academia is one of the most popular superhero movies being watched and read today. So if you don't know, the story is about this young boy named Izuku Midoriya who dreams of becoming a superhero like his role model All Might, who's the #1 hero. He doesn't have superpowers or a quirk, so after meeting All Might for the very first time, Izuku's life changes. The movie I paired My Hero Academia is the 2019 superhero film Shazam. So Shazam follows a young 14-year-old boy named Billy Batson. After being sent to one foster home to another, Billy is determined to find his real mom. He's brought to another foster home where there's this lovely couple and other foster children live in. Okay, one of the foster children, his name is Freddy. Freddy has a crutch and is superhero obsessed. So remember him later. Billy and the other foster children go to school. After one long day, Freddy gets bullied by these boys. Okay, initially Billy was gonna walk out, but he changes his mind and he defends Freddy. The Billies chase after Billy, and things change when he gets transported to this strange place while he rides the subway train. Billy encounters this strange and powerful man, and that encounter changes his life completely. So let's break down what they have in common. So they both start with young boys with no superpowers. Both Izuku and Billy have great potential. Both stories have comedic moments when they first meet these powerful men. Both boys undergo superhero training, like this. The list could go on. So Shazam is one of my favorite DC superhero movies, and it can be viewed on the streaming service Max. I love movies that give me a good laugh. It just makes me feel so good after seeing something funny. The next manga series is Spy Family. This series is another popular Shonen Jump title that's being read and watched today. The story is about a spy named Twilight. When he was assigned his next mission, it required him to have a family. So Twilight takes on a new identity as Lloyd Forger, a psychiatrist. So he adopts a young girl named Anya, and what Lloyd doesn't know is that Anya is a telepath. She has the power to read minds. So when Anya read Lloyd's mind, she finds out that her adopted father is a secret agent, and she thinks is the coolest thing in the world. Okay, so Lloyd also meets this young woman named Yor Briar. He doesn't know that Yor is a skilled assassin, while Anya knows her little secret. So the story follows the three of them getting used to the family life, and also try to get into this prestigious academy where Lloyd is trying to get closer to his next target, Donovan Desmond, who has a son named Damien who goes to this academy. Okay, now the next film I'm about to pair Spy Family with may seem silly, which it sorta is, but it makes sense to me, and it's the 2010 film Despicable Me. Okay, let me explain. If you don't remember the movie, here's a refresher. The story is about a villain named Gru. He wants to be the baddest villain of them all. He is accompanied by these cute little yellow minions and Dr. Nefario, who is a mad scientist. And honestly, that name is so cool. I can say his name all day. Nefario. Okay. When a new villain comes in the scene, Vector has a weapon that Gru desperately needs in order to use for his dream villain project. So Gru has to find a way to infiltrate Vector's home in order to get closer to the weapon. So in Despicable Me, the story also follows these three orphan girls. Their names are Margot, Edith, and Agnes. So while they don't love their current living situation with the orphanage lady, Miss Hattie, their paths cross when they meet Gru. Gru takes on a new identity like Lloyd Forger as a dentist and adopts the three girls. So he makes the girls infiltrate Vector's home. And at this point, watch the film to find out that if that was successful. What Despicable Me and Spy Family have in common is the longer the parents spend time with their adopted children, they become an actual family. They get used to their company even though they're a pretend family. So in Spy Family, we don't know what will happen to Lloyd and his family when he actually completes his mission. That we will find out when the series is over. So right now, Spy Family is an ongoing manga. And honestly, I wish Lloyd stays with his family that he created. Despicable Me is currently streaming on Hulu and Peacock. Finally, the manga series I'll pair a film with is Shuzo Ishimi's Blood on the Tracks. So, fair warning, if you have not read volumes 1 to 12 of Blood in the Tracks and want to wait until the whole story is completed, I would advise you to revisit this part and argue or discuss with me in the comments later. All I'm going to tell you is the stories about these two characters. If you don't know, Blood in the Tracks is about this young boy named Seiichi Osabe, and he loves his family, especially his mom, Psycho Osabe, and friends. He has a happy life, but things change after one summer. The film I'll pair Blood in the Tracks with is the 2020 Hulu original called Run. So Run is a psychological thriller about Diane Sherman, a mother who takes care of her daughter Chloe, who's in a wheelchair. As Chloe learns more about her mother and her suspicious behaviors, she begins to learn something she did not expect. What both stories have in common are the selfish and diabolical acts committed by their moms. Both mothers are very overprotective and manipulative of their children. As both teens observe and learn more about their moms, things just doesn't go well for the both of them. So what the mothers do to their children, the children go through so many emotions that it messes with their minds. So Run is currently streaming on Hulu. And that's the video, folks. Did you agree with my picks? If you know a better alternative film that pairs well with any of the stories I mentioned here today, please let me know in the comment section down below. I'd love to read them. Anyway, thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. For real? Wait, what? What do you mean there's an end credit scene? Oh, I see what you did there. I guess I gotta go. Yeah, talk to you later. Bye. Hello there. I didn't know you're still here, so I guess thank you for sticking around. I really appreciate it. So since you're here, I'm gonna treat you to a bonus genre. How does that sound? And that genre would be science fiction. Science fiction is a genre that I want to get into more. Finding books and movies for this genre, it can be either a hit or miss for me. Featured stories I'll mention for this genre are definitely hits for me. Okay, so starting with Robo Sapiens Tales of Tomorrow. So this omnibus is a collection of stories about several robots. And as you keep reading, the stories interconnect with each other. I'm not going to go into too much depth with Robo Sapiens because since it's a one-shot, I don't really want to spoil any of the stories in this book. And honestly, it's best to go into this manga sort of blind. Okay, so the film I'll pair with Robo Sapiens is a 2001 film called AI Artificial Intelligence. So this movie is directed by Steven Spielberg. So the stories from Robo Sapiens about Maria, Toby, and Chloe stood out to me because it sort of reminded me of David, the main character from AI Artificial Intelligence. So AI Artificial Intelligence is a futuristic film. A grieving couple whose son who's in this glass capsule and he's in an unconscious state. So one day the husband Henry surprises his wife Monica, a robotic boy who's programmed to love. So the boy's name is David. So initially this really upsets Monica, but eventually she starts to grow attached to David and decides to program him to imprint on her. So when she does that, David starts to call her mommy. So Monica gives David a super toy named Teddy, and to keep this in mind, Teddy is a very important character later in the story, and in my opinion, is probably the best character in this entire movie. I recommend checking out the film analysis of the significance of Teddy in the info card up here or here. So an unexpected character shows up and causes problems for David. So David and Teddy go on this journey and experience the world. So David meets and befriends a mecha, which is a term they use for robot in the movie. His name is Gigolo Joe, and he helps David along the way. And I'll stop there. So I've seen this film a few times when I was younger, and honestly I didn't really understand what was going on at all. Now that I've seen this movie as an adult, I understand this movie more versus when I was a kid. So AI Artificial Intelligence is a complex film. So it was interesting to watch how David developed throughout the whole movie, but at the end of the movie, I just felt emotional and sad. So after reading to the end of Robo Sapiens, it also made me feel sad about the future. So both stories are thought-provoking in their own way. It makes you stop and think about topics of the future, humanity, robotics, and AI. Even right now, artificial intelligence is a heated topic being brought up today. It's kind of scary how fast technology is advancing now. Anyway, I think it's best to experience these stories for yourself, and I recommend that you should read or watch the stories more than once. Robo Sapiens is a manga that will age well as time progresses. AI artificial intelligence, though, may have not aged well, but the topic of artificial intelligence is very relevant now. I'm aware that AI artificial intelligence has flaws, but it's still an interesting movie. I wouldn't recommend children to watch this film right away. So AI artificial intelligence is currently streaming on Paramount+. And that concludes the video for real. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you later. Bye!